Well, hello, my beautiful Librans. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to focus on love, money, and career in our readings, but we never really ask, how are you doing? So this reading is going to tap into that, what you're going through at this moment in time, anything you're trying to resolve within yourself. Also, I want you to be mindful that I'm shuffling the cards, so I have no control over the cards that are popping out for you. I must honor each card as it comes, the meaning of that card and the energy that comes from it. So it may not resonate for everybody, of course. Please do not try to make it fit if it doesn't fit your situation, but sometimes please be mindful that these things, whilst they may not be relevant in this moment, everything may start to make sense a little bit later on in like a couple of weeks or months time, okay? So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? Now, your first card there is the Hermit. So a lot of you may feel a little bit withdrawn, a bit tired. I have to say that when I started your reading, I do a little meditation and I light the candle before I start your reading, of course, and the match, it broke. Okay, so some of you, it's like you're trying to bring the A game in your life. You're trying to remain energetic and try to sort of reignite that spark every day, but you're feeling really exhausted and in some cases pretty broken in life. I feel like you're trying to hold it all together right now, but I feel there was this energy here with the Hermit of you kind of trying to reflect, take some time out, maybe temporarily to recharge your batteries, maybe even reignite your passion, your lust for life in some way. The Eight of Swords can indicate that some of you have been a little bit anxious about something. There's been something on your mind. Now, this could be about a person. It could be about the world. It could be about your personal circumstances. So I will tap into that in a moment. But right now, I feel some of you feel like you're unappreciated. You may feel unseen in some way. So I'm going to tap into that as well because we have the Hermit there and we also have the Six of Wands. So the Hermit is to basically blend in with the background and the Six of Wands is to be seen for who you truly are. So some of you may feel a little bit misunderstood right now, or you may feel that nobody is noticing how much effort you're putting into your life. And you're not like there, like waving a banner saying, look at me, I need to be noticed. It's not egotistical. I just feel this sense of restlessness, this sense of like, so many expectations upon you right now, and you're doing everything you can to show up for yourself in life, and it's hard. And you're just looking at maybe people in your life and thinking they don't appreciate what you bring to the table, whether that's someone you work with or a family member. Sometimes it feels like it's not enough. No matter what you do right now, it may feel sometimes it's just not enough and you've been neglecting your own needs because of it. And I feel right now you're in a period of review because, of course, the Hermit is to really go inwards for truth, to really sit with yourself for a while in order to reflect on the next steps, because I feel some of you are like fed up. You know, it feels like every time you overcome something, there's another mountain to climb or there's another project that you want to conquer, which is wonderful. But at the same time, I feel it's hard. But I also feel that for some of you, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, these two cards together can indicate that you know, you like to be challenged because it keeps life interesting, but it's the right kind of challenge that you like. You know, if something comes to sort of like be an obstacle or knock you off your course, this of course is a curveball, and it's something that you are not wanting, of course. But I feel you like to keep life interesting, and you may feel that there's been some sort of plateau in your life right now where there is stillness. Okay, it feels like there is no action, or it feels like, yes, you are taking some time out, feeling withdrawn in order to mature, process some things, get closure on some things. But I also feel this yearning to sort of get out there, be seen, and, you know, really invest in life. But I feel there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders here, and I feel a lot of you are focused on your family at this time, focused on the people that you consider your soul tribe. And, you know, that's no bad thing. I feel that's really awesome. You're really invested. You have a lot of love for the people that you really care about. But I feel also some of you are so exhausted that you do neglect your own needs there, and you are going to readdress that balance at this time, or you may be feeling that you're taking steps towards readdressing the balance as well. Okay. Now, let's get to each card individually. I mean, I can't choose the cards, so I'm going to give you the cards that you got there, which is the Hermit. You're someone who is an old soul, so not much impresses you, okay? I feel you're someone who observes a lot in life. You're someone who's very fair. You're a really good friend to people. You also see through people's motivations, the subtext, the undercurrent of life, and people's motivations and intentions and agendas. And right now, I feel like there's a part of you that is not wanting any distractions because you're observing. Okay, now this could be observing life. It could be observing people. It could be observing the world. The Eight of Swords can indicate some of you are a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous. You have some things on your mind right now, and you're trying to find a solution to a situation that you either are preempting or you feel could pose a problem later on. But the Ten of Pentacles, it tells me that you are secure, and it tells me that you will resolve whatever issue it is. But it also tells me that you and your family, you know, or your soul tribe are secure. So if some of you are worrying about something, I feel that deep down, what I see here is that there's nothing to worry about here. I feel there's an energy here of you maybe having some sort of new start somewhere along your line. It could be like a new place that you want to live, or perhaps it's a new environment that you're going to find yourself in, or a new group of people, or new ideas, or just a new way of living for some of you. It feels very much like a lifestyle change right now, because when you get to the Hermit stage, it means something has run its course. You're just so fed up with something, either fed up with accepting something, or putting up with something, or feeling something, or doing something. You're like, enough. I need to withdraw. You're drawing a line in the sand in your life, in some area of it, and you're just reflecting on the next steps. So this is a temporary timeout. So some of you, even though you're busy and you're doing a lot, because the Six of Wands indicates that you're on the go, you're influencing your circumstances, and it means that, you know, you're basically trying to do life. But it also feels like somehow you are not in the same place. I don't want to say that. I almost want to say that there's this energy of like feeling a little bit in limbo a little bit, okay? Feeling like there's some delays or false starts in your life, or it just feels like you're trying to reconnect to a part of yourself emotionally that you feel like you've put on hold for a while. I definitely see that you will connect to that part of yourself, but I feel there's this like overriding sense of needing security. You know, that's what I keep picking up on here. And I want you to be aware that you are secure. Okay, so that's something that is driving your reading right now. I mean, also, when you've got the Hermit energy, this is to be in the shadows. Okay, but this is to step out of the shadows. So I really feel here that you are kind of like going to move out of a time where you've been feeling isolated, alone, and you are going to make very important connections with people. I also get this sense of you reigniting your lust for life. You know, I feel life is a lot, right? And I feel you have been busy. You've been pushed and pulled in many different directions, and it has been exhausting. But now I feel like you're searching for direction and inspiration. And basically, I feel you've had a very testing time to the point where you may have been broken, or you may have just had a test of faith recently, and now you're kind of reestablishing your belief system and getting back on track after a period of review is what I'm seeing there. I mean, the Six of Wands indicates that there are some wonderful things headed in your direction. There is some really good news happening here, but also I see that you are recognizing that it is in your hands to basically influence your life. You're taking charge of your life in some way. And I mean, the Six of Wands is also a card of you achieving what you set out to do. You know, in your maturity, some of you may be looking back on all the things that you have achieved so far and the things that you want to achieve going forward. And for some of you, this is a card that indicates that you have to do some learning in order to enter the next stage of your life in some way. Now, this could be spiritual learning, because we're all the student of life, of course. For some of you, it could be a qualification, certification, for example. Some of you could have taken some time out or be yearning for some time out in order to connect more to your higher self, or even to learn more about different countries, different religions, different cultures, just something other outside yourself right now, because I'm just picking up on this energy of wanting to absorb new knowledge, but also to reignite that spark for life, that spark for adventure is what I'm seeing here as well. I mean, the Six of Swords, it indicates that some of you, you're going to get messages or notes or even conversations from people that you really care about to let you know that they do appreciate your presence in their life, and that actually you're doing a really great job, that you are loved is a major thing that's coming through here. But let's tap in a little bit more into your energy, because this feels like, you're still showing up for yourself in your life, even though you're exhausted. Okay, I really feel this is a period of you gathering that inner strength in order to face something that's been on your mind, something that you've been going through. And I feel you tend to put other people's needs above your own sometimes, not on purpose. I feel like you just do it naturally because you have a beautiful heart and you're really caring and you have a lot of empathy and sort of a very healing nature about you. But I feel right now you're kind of feeling depleted in your energy, and you're now starting to look inwards in order to replenish your own cup, as it were. Now, you do have the Ace of Wands here, and this is a card of, reigniting that spark, that lust for life, taking the initiative. You're a very creative soul. Okay, and it's almost like I see this sense of you purging, or a cathartic experience, whether it's through writing or art or films or music, whatever it is. I feel this need to have this pent up sort of lament or this energy within you. It needs to come out. So some of you could be getting some closure on some difficult circumstances in your life, resolving some things within you, but you may actually not just vocalize it, because I mean, the only swords that you've got here right now, and swords are all about communication, you've got the Eight of Swords. So it feels like something is shut down. You're having an inner conversation or an inner narrative, maybe even a bit of an inner battle about something right now that you're trying to resolve. But I feel a lot of you will get it out through creative expression. So I feel some of you could be exploring that at this time. I see a lot of you thinking about the next steps on your path, your direction. And you may have felt that the direction or the path that you're on right now, whilst it's very hard, you will conquer it. You're definitely going to reach your goal, but it's almost like you trying not to think so much about the bigger picture. You're trying to zoom in on your life right now about the details, because it's like if you put one foot in front of the other, you're going to see the accomplishment. But when you zoom out and you see what it is that you want to accomplish, it feels really overwhelming because it's this big goal, but you're going to get there. No matter what, I feel like you will reach it. And of course, it's going to be different for everybody, but this is the start of something exciting. I also see divine intervention in whatever it is that you've been wrestling with. Personally, I feel there is a breakthrough happening here for you with this card. I mean, some of you with that Ace of Wands, because it is in the resistance position, like you got it like this, but it will go into the upright at the end of the 6 weeks. I feel some of you are looking at rejection or something that didn't go your way. There's a disappointment here. Now, this could be that some of you feel that you should be a little bit further along on your path than you are right now, but you're exactly where you're meant to be. You're someone who's very knowledgeable, very gifted, very talented, and you're in the position that you're meant to be in. But there is a breakthrough. There is some respite here, and I feel with the Ten of Pentacles, for some of you, it could be financial. It doesn't have to be, but I feel this is more about you thinking about the experiences that you've had, you know, the journey that you've taken, how it's made you who you are, and the legacy that you're leaving. A lot of you are also thinking about your heritage, your ancestry, and how you walk tall because of the people who came before you. But I also feel like you are thinking about, you know, what is the message that you leave this world with? How are you changing the environment that you find yourself in right now for the better? Because you're someone who is a maverick, but also you're a humanitarian. You really care about people and how the world, you know, is left. So I feel you're someone who fights for what you believe in. And I feel no matter how much you shout or how much you try to be vocal or like fight for what you believe in, it feels like it never changes or it's never enough. And I see here, it's like the way that you're conducting your life right now, it's almost like words, whilst they are important and they are spellings cast out to the universe right now, I feel like you're called to action rather than words in some part of your life right now. And you're going to feel super inspired. And I feel like you're almost like embracing some new adventure or new path on your life because you feel like you've come to the end of something right now that you feel like you've outgrown. So whether that's a friendship, whether it's a relationship, an experience, it feels like you've come as far as you can with something and you just don't want to continue it anymore, or you're just tired of it. And now it's like this renewal of, okay, you can still achieve your goal or you can still get what you want from life, but there is a more exciting way. So I feel like you're opening yourself up to new pathways in life right now and embracing change, but also embracing adventure. And I feel, you know, when you have a look at this card, there's the Ace of Wands there, but also this hand has a pendulum in it. So I feel this is about you and your fluctuating energy as well. So some of you could be locating a reason why you're feeling so exhausted right now. It could be that, you know, you've been working really hard in your life and you've been burning candles at both ends and you're just feeling it's hard. For some of you, it could be something that is missing, as in a vitamin, or it could be that you are so stressed because the Eight of Swords there can indicate that you're trying to protect your mental health right now against pressure, against stress. And that could be stress that's localized to whatever it is that's on your mind or going on in your life, or worry, or it could also be, you know, the world at large, the conflicts that are presented to us all and the direction it could take, for example. So some of you could be feeling overwhelmed in your energy because there's a lot going on right now, because everything is energy. So I feel, you know, it's this ripple effect that you're feeling in your life, whilst at the same time you're just trying to do your life and just, you know, make your way and make sure that you and your family are safe and secure and that you have financial stability for you all, and just try to live the good life. So I feel things have been difficult. For some of you, I feel your world has been turned upside down in some way, or there's been like an energy here where things just haven't gone the way that you'd hoped for. It feels like even some of you have had some sort of brutal ending of something, and you're just trying to recalibrate and resolve those feelings within yourself. But I feel like you will get back to best, and I feel there's a breakthrough here for you to basically release a period of feeling stuck within yourself. Now we do have that Queen of Cups, and it's in the resistance position. Some of you may have even felt a little bit insecure in your confidence, and you're just trying to, as you start to get older, fall in love with your life, but also feel comfortable in your own skin, because you are you, and that is your superpower. And I feel like, you know, when we're younger, because I'm being given a quote, well, I'm not being given exact words. I'm being given this sense. You know, when I'm scrying and feeling the energy, sometimes I'm being given senses. I can't sometimes explain what it is that's coming through, but I try to. It's like youth is wasted on the young or something like that. I'm not really sure. I can't really think right now, but I'm being given this weird sense of you kind of like looking back and actually seeing maybe even old photographs of how attractive you were in those photographs and how in that moment perhaps you weren't fully confident within yourself, or you didn't see the beauty within yourself at that time. And it's almost like if only you could turn back time or go back and tell your past self that actually you're awesome and that have confidence and just embrace every opportunity that comes your way. So some of you may be going through like a review right now. So that may not resonate with everyone. I don't know why it's coming through, but it's obviously there for someone. But I feel I need to tell you that you are loved and that you are lovable, and that, you know, take good care of yourself. Because I feel like you're awesome, and sometimes you haven't seen that about yourself. But as you start to get older or mature, I feel like this is something that you're resolving within yourself, okay? And I feel some of you have neglected your own needs, but now is your time to really put a stop to that and start reflecting on what it is that you need in life, okay? Not in a selfish way, but in a way that replenishes your soul and really like gives back to yourself, as it were, for showing up for you constantly, even though things have been tough. Now, that Queen of Cups, it is a card of, you know, falling in love with your life. It's also about, for some of you, resolving things within yourself that you feel, you know, it did not meet your expectation, but that's okay, because there are other things out there that will. So I really get a sense here of you trying to understand something that either didn't go your way or you were rejected from. I feel like you will resolve that emotionally within you, and you won't allow it to keep you stuck anymore, because something has been on your mind, and it may be recently, maybe something from years ago, but I feel it's recently been on your mind, and I feel you're wondering why it's resurfacing. It's to kind of like try to trigger you to see if you're over it. And I feel like you are. I feel like, you know, you're secure in yourself to know that you've dealt with it, but it sometimes resurfaces just to make sure. It's almost like a test. And I feel some of you have actually been going through a very testing time, a test of faith in some way. But I feel like you've got this, okay? Now, this card, it really is about self-care. And I do see a lot of you have healing gifts. And some of you, you may have noticed that people gravitate towards you to be fixed or healed in some way. People may tell you their problems or confide in you. And you're like, wow, they've been really open. I wonder why that is. I feel some of you are naturally following a pathway into healing other people or caring for other people in some way. But I feel there is this like little red flag to make sure that you also look after yourself, because I feel sometimes you just forget about yourself, or you run out of time to do things for you. And now is your time to take stock of those things in order to make sure that you are focusing on your own needs. The Queen of Cups also indicates you're kind of looking at your life to see what you love, because I feel like you want to fall back in love with your life again. Something has changed within you, and I feel it's almost made you feel detached somehow from your life, almost like you are looking at your life from the outside and you're not really 100% involved in it right now. I know that sounds really weird, but I'm getting a sense of dissociation. So it feels very much like some of you have gone through a level of trauma that you are trying to sort of resolve within yourself. It's almost like this disassociation is to protect yourself. You may have found that you're in fight or flight mode, and some of you physically, you're trying to resolve things like cortisol levels or stress levels, or see deeper how these things have affected you, body, mind, and soul. But I also feel it's more than that. It's more about you getting back involved in your life, influencing your life, taking charge, reigniting that lust for life and falling in love with your life again, to rediscover a part of yourself that you feel you've lost touch with. And I feel you are reconnecting to your sense of self. And I feel there are golden times that lie ahead for you. Again, this may not resonate with everyone, but I just get this sense of like getting back out there, finding adventure. And with this Eight of Swords, it's kind of indicating there's nothing to fear, but perhaps there's something within you that has kept you feeling a bit locked in for a while, and it normally means self-imposed restrictions. So it feels like isolation, imprisonment, with either fear or with hesitation on something. So I'm just going to pull a quick card on the Eight of Swords, because looking at the rest of your cards, for some of you, you're feeling a little bit lonely. You may feel that circumstances or people have changed around you, and you're just fed up with accepting certain behaviors within those circles. and you're just feeling that you invest 100% in relationships and friendships. So therefore, you are taking a step back at this time to see who steps forward towards you, not as a test, but as a preservation mode where you are protecting yourself and being more discerning about the energy that you give out as well. You know, as you can see with that Eight of Swords, people don't realize that these swords are protecting this person. They're all pointed down. There's no threat here. And whilst the figure is like blindfolded, I feel some of you have been like off grid recently in order to, you know, tap into your other senses at this time, to develop spiritual gifts, to really find that knowingness within you without distraction. So those two cards, the Hermit card and the Eight of Swords, it's like you have gone inwards in order to really get to know yourself a little bit more and to not take things at face value of what you see, to dig a little bit deeper in the subtext of life. So in order to do that, I feel, I mean, with the Eight of Swords there, this figure, it can indicate that some of you feel that you feel right now it's not safe to express yourself, or that you want to express yourself about something, but now is not the time. That perhaps you feel you're saving what you need to say for another period. Now, this could be with someone important. Perhaps you're trying to find the right words to say before you say them. So it could be something that is like, if someone's like disappointed you in some way, you could be trying to understand it at first before you have that conversation of accountability with them, where they should take responsibility for their actions, or know that they disappointed you, or that something has changed within the friendship and you want to just get it out there in the open. But it feels very much like you're in a very thoughtful period of your life right now before you air your views, before you say what you need to say. Now we do have the Ten of Cups and we've got the Two of Pentacles. Now this can indicate some of you are really struggling to find the balance between, you know, finding emotional, physical, financial security and spending time with your friends or those that are nearest and dearest. I mean, you've got a Ten of Pentacles and a Ten of Cups. So you're trying to find serenity, peace of mind, of course, well-being. You just want to live the good life. And with the Two of Pentacles, it can indicate that things are fluctuating and changing so much right now that you are constantly trying to find the rhythm of a changed world, or you feel that, you know, you need to be flexible because you feel intuitively that there are some changes to come, and you may feel fear or anxiety about what you feel is to come for the future. But remember, when we have anxiety about the future, which hasn't even arrived yet, you know, that is wasted energy. To live in the present moment will bring more peace, but also, you know, we cannot worry about something that hasn't arrived yet. To live in the future will always rob us of joy in the present moment. And of course, the same with the past. We can't have the past. That's an illusion. It's already happened. It's over. It cannot be changed. It is what it is. And we must sort of learn to live with it, process it, but not be defined by it as we move forward. So I feel a lot of you are kind of like in review in your life right now, and trying to show up for yourself so that you can be the best that you can be, but also get the best that there is to be offered in life as well. So it's about finding the balance between, you know, family and money. For some of you, it could be that you're looking at the exchange between working and spending time with your family and friends, and you may feel that you're trying to get the balance there. Also, it's like to find happiness and joy as well as the hardships and responsibilities of life, trying to find a happy medium in between the two, the harmony, the sweet spot between the two, because you may feel that you're trying to just ride the wave of life right now, and it's hard. But whatever it is that you have as a goal, you will reach it. And I feel that it's not just for you, it's for you and your family. I mean, the Two of Pentacles, it can indicate that, you know, situations are ever changing and you're constantly feeling that you are having to be on your toes. You're multitasking, you're really busy. You've always got different options available to you. And it just feels like you're running on the treadmill of life and it's difficult right now. And you may feel that you're looking for a little bit more groundedness to know where you're at. But right now, humanity is in a period of change, and we can all feel it. We know that change is happening around us, and it's really about living in the moment and finding the joy in the present moment and enjoying the people that you're with, because, of course, I feel there's a lot more exciting things for you to come, but you're learning to live in the present moment. And when, especially when it comes to the mind, when we try to embrace meditation or living in the present moment, that's when the mind and the ego have a bit of a battle, okay? Suddenly you're thinking of thoughts that are racing a mile a minute. You're thinking about conversations that you had 10 years ago, maybe things that you need to purchase on your to-do list for dinner. All of a sudden, when you want to quieten your mind, you're actually just taking a step back and observing the thoughts. We can never truly quieten our mind or have that sense of silence. The mind is always going to do what it's going to do. However, we can have a command over it where we can kind of quieten the thoughts, quieten the inner critic, and observe what is floating around. Our hopes and fears, they are always ever present, but it's like slowing down the process so we don't feel overwhelmed by them. So I feel some of you are actually looking at that right now in the human psyche, because the Hermit is to observe the thoughts, and the Eight of Swords is like not to be controlled by the thoughts, not to be controlled by fear. You've got two really positive cards here that indicate you and your family are safe and secure, even though you're going through very difficult times or testing times at this moment in time. Also, I see you reaching your goals, whatever they may be. They may be financial. I feel, this is about focusing on what's important in life right now and finding joy in the moment, but also stability. And those things will be accomplished for you. And I feel this is about taking pleasure in the moment and not allowing disappointments or people's behavior to weigh you down or hurt you any further. It's about freeing yourself up and, shining your wonderful light and being the best that you can be in the circumstances that you've got right now as well. Now, of course, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, so this is you attracting more wealth, but it's also about security and knowledge and ownership of your life, taking charge. You've accomplished a lot in your life so far, but you never really focus on that. You're always focused on what you want in the future, and that can sometimes, rob you of joy, but also knock your confidence because you're not really acknowledging how far you've come, how strong you are. And, that match breaking and your first card being the Hermit, I feel a lot of you are exhausted and almost like running on empty. And this is a time where you need to pause, take stock, only a temporary time out, just to regroup your energy and feel revitalized in your spirits, and also regather this lust for life, this spark, and then you're going to be back into the fray and just doing life again. So I feel this is a period of taking stock of all that you have right now and all that you're grateful for, but you're attracting more into your life. Better things are yet to come. And something you've been wishing for is also on its way for you as well, okay? Now I'm just going to go and get some final cards before I close your reading. We've got the Hermit again. Wow. We've got the Justice card and we've got the Chariot. So, the Hermit energy, along with the Justice card and the Chariot, it's like you've needed to take this pause because you're making some adjustments in your life, because you're evolving and maturing away from situations. But the Chariot card indicates that this is only a temporary pit stop in your life where you are actually going to move on to reach your goal, and anything that you've felt challenged with, you will overcome it and you will be triumphant. We've got the Hermit again there. I mean, it's interesting that you got it twice there. It says, when you become aware of your true road, there will be nothing to stand in your way. Life has challenged you, but you're prepared to make the best of the future. And as you can see, like this Hermit is, holding a lantern, which of course is a star. It's a wish, and it's contained, and you're about to let that lantern open and allow the star to be free. And that figure is looking at the mountains that they have to climb. But this figure here is like you're on the horse and you're ready to get moving. So you're not allowing the bigger picture to overwhelm you or make you feel fearful, because you know that you'll accomplish and reach your goal. And the Chariot card it indicates that, you are removing obstacles and you're going to be successful. You're taking action and you're changing your destiny, and it's going to be fruitful and rewarding. So I feel, for some of you, if you're feeling a little bit in limbo in life right now, or you know the direction you want to be heading in, but it's hard, you will get there, and you will celebrate the moment you get there as well. We've also got justice. Okay, now of course this is some good karma coming your way as well. The Justice card indicates cause and effect. So you are the ripple effect in your own life. And it says here, when all is said and done, you will receive the outcome that you truly deserve. Your moral character will be justified. So maintain integrity and strive to balance yourself. And I mean, that's the core of your being, my beautiful Librans. You're here to affect change, but also create balance and harmony in your life and in those people's lives around you. I feel that you tend to fight for a fairness in life, and I feel now more than ever action is called for over words, and you're changing your life for the better. We've also got the Chariot card, so that's moving ahead, removing those obstacles, and feeling free. For some of you, you have a major decision to make right now because there are 2 cards of duality, which means your life is about to change and you're about to take it in either direction. So that's why you need this pause in order to reflect on the next steps on your path. And the answer shall be revealed. And as soon as you have that gut instinct, it will tell you everything you need to know, and you will make the decision that is right for you, and it's going to be so rewarding. But you needed this period of silence or pause in order to know your truth so that you can take that first step. And it says here, continue your struggle and the end that you seek will be achieved. Honor, acclaim, and recognition are all possible outcomes for you if you do not quit. So this is about you being recognized and appreciated for everything that you are investing in your life right now, because I see you giving it your all. Even though you're exhausted, you're still showing up for yourself and the people that are around you at this time. I feel the sense of responsibility on your shoulders, but it makes way for success for you. So whatever your goal is, I mean, for some of you, it's to get away, to basically have a vacation or to have some sort of respite. I see that happening for you as well. But I feel a lot of you are taking stock of your situation right now and knowing that something needs to change, and you are being that change that you want to see in the world that you're in right now. And there's a positive outcome and success assured there too. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. So we have the snail. So that indicates slow and steady wins the race, but also it's like slow down. Okay, you don't have to live life in the fast lane all the time. There will be a time where you're going to be back in that fast lane, but right now you're being asked to pause and reflect. And if you notice the snail, whilst it moves slowly, I mean, sometimes, though, if you take your eye off that snail, sometimes you're like, whoa, how do you get over there so fast? I think they've got like a secret, fast forward button that they have sometimes. If you, are lucky enough to have a garden, basically there's some concrete steps outside our building and you'll see a snail there, and I'll just go to put out the trash and stuff and the snail will be one place, and I've just gone to the trash chute and put the garbage in there, and then I'll come back and the snail is like way up the stairs, and I'm like, whoa, are you the same snail? There's no other one around here. How'd you get up there so quick? So sometimes I think there's like a secret fast forward button, and maybe that's what you're tapping into right now. You're in the slow lane about to press the fast forward button because you've got the Chariot card right there. So things will get quicker and more interesting and more adventurous and exciting and rewarding for you. But right now you're in that period where you're just working things out before you press the fast forward button. And also, the snail has the shell on their back. So whenever there is something to worry about or a perceived threat, that snail can go straight into the shell and protect itself. So I feel like, you are secure in your situation, and you may have a lot of responsibility or feel like the world is a little bit heavy right now, but things are going to get better for you there. And also, we've got the horse rune. So that really indicates that you're getting back on the horse, or you're on the horse and you're ready to start moving in your life, and things are going to change for you in divine timing. Can indicate sudden change, but you're going to make progress, and there are future rewards available to you to tap into at this time. I mean, for some of you, this is all about your direction. So you may be making some major changes in your direction at this time, and you just need to pause and reflect and get things clear in your mind before you take that first step. But when you take that first step, it's so rewarding. And I feel there are so many good things to come for you. I actually see two pieces of information that are going to come to you that you will celebrate. One is a big one that you'll celebrate like openly with other people. And the other one is a very quiet kind of personal win for you that you're going to be so proud of yourself that you did this. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Librans. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. It lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. And that little bell is called the notification bell, and it just basically gives a signal to me, but also to YouTube, because it lets me know as well that you are enjoying the content, or that it's resonating and that you want more of it. If not, then of course, you know, it's not resonating, and I won't do things like the all about yous. I'll just stick to the love readings or the career readings or the monthlies. So it kind of like informs me as much as it informs you. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans, and love and light.